people in lunch here. There's just a couple of us left. So try to keep it interesting. I'm Vince Chrysler, CEO and founder of Dark-Cubed. In the pamphlet, it says we have a team of 3. We just completed an acquisition, so we're now a team of 8, which is really exciting. We brought on some extra talent and capabilities. We're a really passionate team focused on kind of what I think is kind of a different angle on cybersecurity. Cybersecurity experts have this kind of shiny object problem where we're focused on the hardest problems in security. I don't know how many folks in here have worked in incident response. If you raise your hand. What I've found in almost every incident response I've ever worked, it's known exploits, known bad infrastructure, known vulnerabilities, yet we're still trying to solve these sophisticated APT problems. So we use words that you may not hear other security companies use: design thinking, automation, data science around re-engineering and rethinking the approach. And the reason this is important is because over 99% of the companies cannot afford cybersecurity and don't have the people to implement it. And for the larger companies in the room, you're spending a lot of money in the security space, but your vendors, partners, and suppliers aren't and can't. And wouldn't it be great to find ways to use the efficiency and the money that you've spent to protect your supply chain and vendors and partners? One of the reasons for this problem is security hasn't changed for over 20 years. I've been in security for more than 20 years now. We keep thinking about the cycle as something on the right. You got to collect data, send it to a SIM, integrate threat intelligence because it's too noisy, have an analyst, make firewall rules, and keep moving. And even in an MSSP, they're just trying to automate this. Right? These are all human-driven. And this headline is actually from 10 years ago. Right? You could write that headline today. Right? It's just crazy to me. Our perspective is, how do you do this? How do you reduce the friction to allow the onboarding of customers and data, use data science and analytics and automation to provide protection at the back end, and do this with no human element? And that's what we're doing today. What's really exciting about our approach kind of with our SaaS platform is the ability to take the idea of security from looking at your company's network to a soda straw and trying to figure out what makes sense and what's normal and what's complex and lots of duplication of spend, and look across hundreds and thousands of companies to find trends and patterns in the data. And that's what we're able to start doing today. All of this is founded in our SaaS platform that is commercially available. We have about 40 customers on it already. We can onboard a customer in 15 minutes, basically give them the benefit of a SOC and a tier 1 analyst completely automated without having to do the work. Our price point starts at $250 a month. Right? So we're mission driven about protecting small and mid-sized companies. That price point's low, but the market is massive. We also have some unique use cases. We're working with Twilio now through kind of a very flexible, scalable API backend to be able to instrument large data sets, to be able to integrate threat intelligence and automation in ways that are just too expensive to do today. We reduce the cost there. From a vision perspective, what we're looking at is using this SaaS platform, this data-driven approach to drive everything we're doing, building on top of it the ability to do virtual analyst and virtual CISO support automation, working with our channel partners to provide that as well. And then bringing in additional productized services and capabilities, so endpoint and DNS protection, asset management, all of these through partnerships, right? So bringing partners, but bringing it all back into our SaaS data platform. Because the key for us is the data. And we have a patent pending on a data anonymization approach that we're using here. Because if we collect this data and aggregate it anonymously across a large enough cross-section of companies, we can actually build the risk models that don't exist for cyber insurance today and change the way that's delivered to help protect small and mid-sized companies. From a longer-term perspective, we're really excited about how this scales. We're really focused on small and mid-sized enterprises, but as we're proving with Twilio, we can provide value that much larger companies can't, just because we're thinking about the problem a little differently. And as I mentioned earlier, the big challenge around cybersecurity today is that the risk models don't exist, the data doesn't exist. People are assuming that there are correlations from an actuarial table perspective that I don't think exist. And the only way to solve that is the actual collection of real data on networks. Well, in the long term, what we're looking at is how do you bring an integrated approach to bring peace of mind to our customers by being a one-stop shop, a complete solution through integrating with partners, integrating different technologies and capabilities all on our data-driven backend. One thing that's unique about us is, we don't spend much money on marketing at all. What we're focused on in this space is a noisy, complex market. So how do you use thought leadership to drive exposure? We launched a really cool IoT report last year, which led us to a strategic partnership with a really innovative IoT platform company, and we're working together to secure the future of IoT. So by using thought leadership and providing real data to the community at large. Lots of good traction, ranging from a car dealership to Coca-Cola bottling company and Twilio. And from our perspective, our goal right now is to hit $1 million in ARR this summer, starting at 100K MRR by June or July, and scaling aggressively in the coming years. We're not actually raising right now, we just completed a bridge round. So that's us, and I'm open to any questions. So what's exciting to us is we've gone through a pivot from an appliance model to a SaaS model, and we've completely changed our business model. Our buyer is a managed service provider, not an MSSP. Managed service providers have intimate relationships with small and mid-sized companies. These companies will spend money with them because they tell them to, but most security products are too expensive. So we can go to an MSP and say, you can offer your customer security, you don't have to lose them to a security company. We can get you some monthly recurring revenue, and then you can sell services and products on top of that, and that's your business.
Sounds to me you want to sell them a Maserati for a price of a Camry.
What was that?
Sounds to me like you want to sell them a Maserati for the price of a Camry.
That's